It's not showing my account number. Okay, so we're safe. Today we are down uh $40 in this account and 100 on my other ZX6R account. So I'm gonna go into my journal, which I'm not tripping. I'm actually pretty happy I didn't lose my mind today. So normally I'd feel FOMO when we have situations like this when we pump up. We could actually call this out. I knew it was gonna go run up these highs, but I didn't have any type of emotions going into the day. I wasn't stressing about anything, and my model showed up. We ran out this low. Actually, let's start off. I don't want to jump ahead. Let's go over my analysis from yesterday. My analysis told me from yesterday, people who showed up to the recap, I think there was like 10 people. This was a dealing range. What was it? Okay, this is a dealing range, and what I want to see is, let's scale up actually, and figure out what happened today. Tuesday, Wednesday, today's Wednesday, right? Okay, bang. So, this is what I was talking about actually. This high and this low. So we have these two highs and lows that were ran out. So when we run out both highs and lows, that means we form a dealing range. And this basically means I just want to see a retrace into discount. We have new week opening gap, new day opening gap for when we did retrace. And I think you guys could see it from yesterday or when I mentioned it. I just want to see if I put it in my analyst channel to give proof of what I said. But today's analysis is working out lower than higher. Yeah, retrace. This is a point 0.5. The discount that I wanted to see, new day opening gap. I was expecting higher, and someone said some institutional stuff is gonna happen, so we're just gonna pump up today. And this is previous month highs. So this was my draw, and let's see what I said because I think I said something about it. Fills, frame of trade, PD array. This is just my trading stuff to prepare me. But I was looking for previous month, previous day highs. We're gonna bang up that high. I think I was referring to previous month highs. Where is it? Okay. And too premature to look for lumps of previous month highs, but I was confident we were going to run it out. And here it was the highs that I was confident we were going to run out. And let's go over our open today. So, using our boxes, this is almost exactly what I want to see in regards of yesterday. Accumulation, the manipulation during London, running out this low. It didn't really give us a draw because we had midnight open right here. Oh, wait, no, my bad. We had midnight open right here, and this is where we ran out these lows, tap into this discount PD array and start pushing up higher. And as you can see, we printed the open and the wick lower. So this is the manipulation. And at the time of my analysis, we didn't fully print this. Let's see the shortest one I can have. Right here. When we have this, a large manipulation move lower from our midnight open, and we're expecting higher. We have a higher draw. Everything is telling us higher. We retrace into 0.5 the dealing range. We're pushing off of that. This is lack of distribution. We can expect a big pump when we see stuff like this. And that's what I was expecting. I want distribution higher. We already ran lows, manipulated, and retraced into the dealing range. Now we wait, and this was at 8:45 New York, so this was before open. So analysis played out very good once again. I've been banging out proper analysis for the past, I don't know how long, probably like the past 2 weeks. But we pushed up higher from this, and I was basically just tapering because we had some sort of, we actually had no news today. I forgot. We had no news. It was just orange folders, which didn't really matter. And I think ICT was taking longs up to this high. We initially had SMT, which it did not hold. Wait, and let's talk about that SMT, if I could find it. Initially, we were reluctant to run out a high right here. Somewhere here during our open, we were running out a high. Let's find the Wednesday. Okay, it was SMT between ES and NQ. 15 minute, 15 minute. Excuse me, it's gonna take me a bit to find this. Okay, I think it was, where's this 8 a.m. because this is where, oh, here it was. We were running out this high right here, but we didn't on NQ at the time. So we were waking up, we were expecting SMT to hold, and that's where a lot of people were looking for shorts off of that. But I really didn't want to find shorts. I was targeting previous month high. I was just bullish on the day overall, and the bias played out really well. After running up this high, let's get really deep into my entry because I've been following the same entry patterns because I can't get my high probability model that I like to trade off of this. So I just wait for my almost guaranteed entry model. It just sounds bad. It's just a model I'm working on. I don't want to explain it publicly yet, but once I get more confidence in it, then I'll probably reveal it. Right now it's just an investigation and I want to refine it. I don't want to release something shabby. But basically, we run up this low, this macro fair value up. So usually macro PD rates are higher probability. And I knew the risk going into this. That's why I sized low. I was very confident the trade wasn't going to work out. And since every single time I've taken a loss on my funded accounts, I've actually threw it into max daily left to make it back.
Oh shit! Damn. Did you put it in the office or something?
It's so good. Okay. Jeez. What was it? Okay, so where was I? We ran up this low, and every time I've been trading on my Express, funded accounts. Every time I lost, I tried making it back. This was the first time in a while where I've taken a loss. I had no emotion. I didn't feel any type of revenge trading to make it back. I didn't feel any type of emotion at all. I was happy. I followed my rules exactly how I wanted it to do. I envisioned it like this. I wanted to take a loss this way. If I was going to take a loss, I had to know I was going into it. Bad conditions, I could learn from it. And I took all the necessary precautions and the trade just failed. And I didn't lose my mind. I just stopped trading for the day. That was the only trade I took. That was off the charts when I realized conditions were bad. And I was very proud of that. And if you guys are able to replicate that, that is the number one skill you need for trading. When you're able to build this habits that bring longevity, when you're just trading long term just to protect yourself, because this is just a $140 loss across two accounts. The one account was $100, the other one was 40. That's so small losses compared to the wins I've been able to bang out, or wins I close early, because we had a 1K a day, we had a $840 a day, $800 a day. My average take profit is 800 to 900, and my losses recently have just been $100. So, or break even. Most of the time I move my stop loss to break even, because my entries, we get good reaction off my entries. So back to my entry right here, we had this inversion fair value gap entering this macro, plus when we pushed up higher, I want to see this act as change in state of delivery. And what we did here, we respected, I'm going based off memory, but I wrote down everything I saw in here. Okay, after running a little low, tapping into a macro busy, we respected mean threshold order block, possibly change in state of delivery, and we respected the fair value gap off the displacement leg. So basically, run of this low, I could say this is turtle soup. We did run previous month high, but I kind of wanted us to return back up to it. Even though we had 3 drives up here, we could have made a bigger leg just to run out one more time, trap people that are trying to go short, like turtle soup or whatever. Off of that, resistance. We bounce off the resistance and we push lower. Just, I don't know what, but we tap into mean threshold of this order block, we respected. We didn't really go beyond it. You could see here, it was almost entirely clean of how we tapped into it and pushed up higher. And I had my stop loss below, because usually whenever I take an entry, my stop loss is slightly below or above the threshold of an order block. So we inverse this gap, we retrace into this fair value gap down here. So now we have basically a BPR, an inversion, and a fair value gap. And this is where I take my entry and I size in right here. And my stop loss was right here with low size. The max, I think it was like 4 contracts max. So I was just talking, oh shoot, my audio sounds low. I think my mic isn't close enough. That was probably messed up the recap. But also, people in the Discord, can you hear me well? Or is it messed up?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, thank you. But basically, this was my entry. I sized in here. I entered on both accounts and we were just chopping around down here. I had my stop loss. It was 2 NQ contracts or MNQ contracts on the S1K, the one that's up 800. And the other one, the one more risk adverse towards, that was 4 NQ contracts, and I was just targeting out this high. It worked out, but then you could see the second we exited the macro, price just sold off and dumped, which I knew if we were going to take profits, if we were going to run up this high, if we were going to run this high instead of the macro, I knew almost as a guarantee that it was not going to work, because we need the macros in low probability conditions like today, especially because we have Powell speaking tomorrow. We have, I think, unemployment. Yeah, it's unemployment claims tomorrow. And you can already see we already ran out a key level. So this is unprobable trading. You can see how price is reacting. When we run out a major objective, price usually gets jumpy, less probable, especially with the news we have the day after. It was not a trade that should have been taken, but it's okay. I wasn't taking it out of greed. It was just my model formed. I took it knowing it would take a loss. We were up. I had the opportunity to close out, especially when we exited the macro. Because when we exited, I was like, macro's over, it's time, I'm out. So when the macro's over, I had the opportunity, because up here, I was like, yeah, we are not going to run this out. It is impossible for us to run this high out in this last minute. It is going to dump straight through, because we're already pushing lower. The macro failed to run out my objective. It failed to run out liquidity. So usually we just follow through and just either chop around or conditions fail. And I should have known that with how choppy and how non-reactive it was. Because usually the macros I trade, I'll open up my entry gallery and show you guys. We hit take profit very quickly. Here, you can see, I mean that one's slower, but usually whenever we enter it, you can see how quick how quick our take profit gets nailed inside of the macros. All of it right here, the executions. It moves quick, but when it chops around like this, your trade is already bad. I had the opportunity to get up break even, but I didn't, because I needed to take a loss. I needed to prove to myself that I'm not going to trip out over it. My psychology, my head is screwed on straight. I'll be able to trade clear-minded, keep my analysis good. I won't blow myself up over a small loss, and I didn't. So I'm pretty happy about that. And this is my journal so far. But how are you guys doing? Demo, eval, funded. This is my progress right here. Went from demo trading just to as a student back.
I did your idea with the
Oh.
where you put the where you
But basically, this is where I started off. Demo, I told everyone in the Discord a while ago. I don't know if most of you guys were here. I told everyone I was going to be going back into becoming a student just to study. So all I did the entire time was studying, trading. Trades worked out. I moved to a funded. I passed the eval pretty quickly, actually. I was surprised. I did way better on it than usual. And I was at funded and I started pushing up. But this is nothing compared to my last journal. What I use for studying in my notes right here, this is like 1.6 years of data from all the trades I've been taking. So here you can see all my previous New York sessions. This is all the notes I've taken over 1.6 years regarding trading. All my knowledge right here. So I feel like I'm pretty confident when it comes. It's just my own self-doubt. Sometimes I have self-doubt. I'm not confident in myself just because my psychology is bad. Tell myself I'm not a bad trader. But when it's prime like this, my analysis is absolutely, it's on point. Everything goes good. And yeah, because all these concepts, I rewatch core content, 2022 mentorship, everything stays in my head pretty well. So I'm able to apply the concepts subconsciously, like the dealing range. I don't actively look for it, I just notice it. I was able to frame it bias off of that. Usually, whenever we retrace into a dealing range, respect discount of it, we can expect to run higher, and that's exactly what happened. I was confident against other people's biases when they said that SMT was going to form a sell model or they were expecting it. I was telling myself we are more than likely just going to run up previous month high. And that's exactly what happened. So, yeah, do we have any questions right now? Move drawings, clear chart. Here, I'll check Shameful. You guys can unmute too. You started journaling 6 years ago. Oh, it would be. And my best month, my absolute best month, it was at the prop firm that banned me a while ago. It was on a 50K account. I made 10K. That was my best month. But I was over leveraging so much on a 50K account, and their payout rules were broken. But the prop firm banned me. The second they found out I was under, oh shoot, the second they, back then I was under 18. Now I'm over 18. But when I was trading that prop firm, I was under 18, and they banned me. But yeah, I'm glad, Henry. I'm glad you're using my Notion. I made it in mind. But I mean, we can get into analysis. Do we have any other questions? All it really takes, I mean, no, don't say that, never mind. It does not take a 50K. I was over leveraging, almost max sizing my trades. It was ridiculous. And the same setup, I still remember it. We formed 3 drives at the highs, dumped down into equilibrium. We pushed back up, 3 drives at the highs, dumped down to equilibrium. My first YouTube videos were really recaps and showing the payouts of those trades. It was crazy. I'm on the right now. I'm on the Express right now. I'm on Express funded accounts, so I can take payouts. I mean, I could withdraw this because I have my 200 winning days plus 200, so I could withdraw. I'm eligible for like a $400 payout right now, but I'm gonna try running this too. With Chatsu said, motorcycle or bust. So I'm not gonna withdraw until I run this to 12 or 15K. So I'll withdraw like 6K or 7K out of that. Otherwise, it's motorcycle or bust, and it's gonna take me like 2 months with the size of trading. But when it hit 2K, I guess I'll size up, just making sure, refining the kinks of my psychology, my strategy, and once that's perfect, once I'm consistently winning, at the end of every week, I'm just gonna size up, trade how I used to. I have 2 of these. I don't know how I got the second one. I passed the second one in 2 days, like copy trading, but no, I trade evals. I go crazy in evals. I trade 1 or 2 NQ contract. 1 entry on, for example, like if I want to go short or if I want to go long, I long. When I see it start to work out, I add in another contract and hold to full take profit. And I don't even move my stop loss to break even. I just hold it. But here I'm more cautious. I want to start taking partials because I can finally trade with micros. I never got the chance to do that because back when I was trading, Top Step didn't allow you to take trade more than 2 micros. So I was forced to use one NQ contract, which is a major reason why I was making so much more money back then than I would be now. I'm trying to take it slower, refine everything, because back then my take profits were like 40 to 50 handles. I was $800 to $900 per trade back then, because you were not able to trade more than 2 contracts. So it was either I could be making 2 MNQ contracts worth or 1 NQ contracts worth, and I decided 1 NQ contract. I was just more keyed in at that time. But I'm starting to get back to the old state where I'm able to efficiently explain the concepts, I can do recaps again, which I'm happy. I like doing recaps, and what was it? You're up 900 on yours. Nice. I gotta cash out. And actually, no, I don't. My desires, my personal desires, they don't actually affect me. And wait, let me talk about targets real quick. I have targets. I have highs, lows, PD arrays, discount, whatever the buy, whatever I'm expecting. So for example, if I'm looking at dealing ranges, and I want to see us, or if we form a dealing range, run out the high and the low, as I said, or as I explained today, I don't remember which one was this low and this high. If we're looking for shorts, and this happens like intraday, maybe 5, 15 minute, I could look for shorts down to equilibrium of the dealing range, because equilibrium is a draw. Then I use minor lows, low hanging fruits as targets. What's funny, Alex? And the desire for the motorcycle, not really. I've had desires for greater things. It's just something fun to be looking forward to. I don't actually have a set take profit. I'm not trying. I'm not rushing. I'm not impatient when it comes to that. I just keep trading. I look for the setups, take the trades if I like them. If I don't like them, I do not trade. If conditions are bad, I do not trade. I think today can be an exception to that. Otherwise, what else can I say? The motorcycle will come eventually. Whatever I'm doing right now is so right. I know at the end of the year I'm gonna have like a yearly salary of 100K. So I'm not stressing. I'm doing everything right. It's perfect. I feel 100% confident, but still. I know. I gotta. Yeah, I would just trade an eval. I'm gonna buy more evals after I take a payout. Right now, I feel like I'm very proud of myself. That's all I can really say. So I'm doing everything right now. And I've been trying to vent in my server about psychological stuff. I don't know, is that helping you guys? Like the stuff I say midday about psychology and stuff? Or what do you think? And advice for a funded trader? Go very slow. If you just got funded, trade with micros. 2 micros. That's what you got to trade. We should do a psychology pod. What else do we have? Oh, thank you, Dago. I got you guys. I can unsure and mute you. Okay, read. Okay. Okay, perfect. Yeah. I'll keep putting psychology stuff in there. Then whatever I'm thinking, the stuff, because I get these things while I'm sitting in class. I'm like, you know, I'd be fire. I turn to like what do those people call it? A philosopher. I'm like, a psychologist, a philosopher, whatever. I'm thinking about it. Because every time I tell myself that, or every time I keep telling myself this, my psychology gets better by far. But, okay. Also, let's go over bias real quick, because I think we're losing some people. Okay, bias. Basically, I'm gonna mark out OT from this high down to this low, because we just ran out previous month high, and we didn't really get the reaction I would want to see if we were gonna be going lower. You can obviously see we initially reacted to 705. We did not take out this low, and let's see what DXY is telling us. Oh my. DXY is telling us, and we're obviously pushing lower in DXY, which means higher in NQ. We ran out this low, we push up higher, we're looking to go dig lower. So all this is telling me we're gonna go higher. We disrespected, even though we're inside of OTE, we tested it once, went lower, failed to run up this low. We didn't even get close to running out that low actually, and we started pushing up higher, disregarding what was it? This premium SIBI that we have on the daily. So I mean, overall, I'm still expecting bullish. I want to see another. It's Thursday tomorrow. Yeah, it's Thursday. So with news, I want to see what news does, because look, what we could have, because I don't want to get too ahead of myself. This is going to be split because of news. What we could have, which this is unlikely, but we could have a dump lower from this. I don't. Oh, how's Solana doing? Shoot. Okay. We could, since we closed below, we didn't really close above it. We could have this entire wick up here be like a manipulation, to run up this high, which we already did, and going to New York, we could just dump lower and just distribute lower throughout the day. But what I really want to see, what I think would be perfect, cherry on top for the week, distribute higher, tap into this for value gap, retrace a little bit lower for Friday, TGIF. So hopefully we can get expansion higher. Maybe tap into this gap. I don't know where we're going to stop. I don't want to use the quadrants. Maybe let's use the quadrants actually. No reason to skimp out on the analysis. Quadrants. Maybe tap into this quadrant. Maybe respect it. Bodies respect 7-9. Wicks tap into this one. And we can push lower off of that. How much handles away is that? Is this too unrealistic? Yeah, it's kind of realistic, especially with Powell speaking. I'm not going to be trading until Powell's done speaking, so we're going to see what happens with that. I don't know when he's done talking, but he shouldn't be talking for too long. But that's all I really have. I really want to see higher. If I'm looking for trades, higher would be better. I don't really want to. I don't really want to be looking for shorts, honestly. But if we do, I'm open to both. Actually, it's not like I'm gonna be freaking out. So we just have to see what happens overnight. I'll give way more better analysis. I can actually read it what happens tomorrow. We don't really have much. So disrespect this Cibi, we're gonna go lower. Respect it, we go higher. And news blows us up, so I can't really predict news. It's kind of impossible for me, but something like that. Friday, I want to retrace them, but Powell speech, unemployment claims. Hopefully, we can pump up. Powell can push us lower volatility. I don't know actually. I'll frame a bias tomorrow. It's too early for me to tell, but those are both sides of what I want to see, the logic behind them, and I think you guys can understand that pretty well. But that was good. Any last questions? Should I not do to study ICT?
Yo, Mantas.
Yeah.
Yesterday you said I needed to work on a couple things. Do you mind telling me like the things I need to work on?
Today isn't really a good example of teaching anything, but I saw you using dealing ranges kind of improperly. The way I'd prefer you to use the OTE is off whenever we run out of high, for example, kind of. Let me use it this session so I can find a clean 2020 2 model and just show you. But basically, when you're using that, we run out this high too. Overall, if you're gonna be using the OTE, I'd really recommend using it for whenever we run out major highs or lows. You just want to look for a retracement. So this one, for example, at 30, we can draw it out from this high down to this low. We run out this high. I mean, we did not tap into this high. I think this is Caleb's model right here, where Caleb went short. Yeah, that's just a discount PDA rate. But don't go short just off of discount. If we tap into this line right here, you want to go short if you can tap into a higher time from discount PDA rate. Caleb's model is more focused on running out highs like this. First 930, not 930 exactly. The first fair value gap we form after 930. When we tap into it, which we tap into 2-5 quadrant, that would be his short, especially because this is in a premium. I just want to say, start looking for trades inside of higher time frame PD arrays. I don't know if you know too much about breakers, but if you know much about breakers, mitigation blocks, inversion, stuff like that, look for them inside of premium and take trades off of those, or at least tape read. Watch how we react off of those compared to, like, for example, bearish PD arrays inside of a discount. So if we're low, don't look to go lower, look for something to go higher. Basically.
So just get better at incorporating high time frame PD arrays on my lower time frame entries.
Yeah, and we could also. I already did M2, by the way. I already went over it. Conditions. Conditions were bad. The macro held up for most of it, but the second the macro ended, the program died, and we just continued lower, which is okay. But yeah, hopefully they can help you, Dago.
Alright, appreciate you, bro.
Of course, or DM me if you have any questions. Okay, we can go over.
Alright.
We can go more in depth.
Alright, I got you.
Perfect. Take advantage of it. I got you. Alright, I think we're good then. Let me check if we have anything else. Nothing else then. Mid profile week. I don't really use weekly profiles as much anymore. I did have them all marked out, but honestly, they've been kind of noise to me recently. I just kind of blur it out because trying to. I'm expecting. I mean, based off what I'm logically, what I'd be expecting, what I called out on Monday, would be higher. But this is 50-50 to me. I wanted to save this for tomorrow, but we kind of ran it out prematurely. We're still pushing up higher. Hopefully, we can get a retrace lower tomorrow, but still higher. Bang 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 bang. Bang 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 bang.
Mantas,
What's up, M2? What's up, M2?
what constituted for bad conditions?
So we ran out higher time frame. We ran out previous month high. We ran out a massive objective. We have I'm gonna reach out to 0.5 dealing range. We have high impact news tomorrow. We have unemployment claims and Powell speaking tomorrow. And what was our range like tomorrow? Do we expand a lot? I wouldn't really say too much expansion. We just ran lower, ran higher. We'd be expecting higher off the manipulation off of this. It was just today isn't really good. I'd just say it's just Powell tomorrow. Powell speaking tomorrow, some quants getting mad in the markets, doing whatever they do best, and Yeah, it's basically price dying off after this kind of power three here. Run of this low, a third, London low, bang, distribution higher.
Mm.
I think I'm pretty sure ICT. People are talking about ICT taking its longs off at either this internal high or previous month. I can't remember them.